Good morning, cyber traders. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning to you, Grant, John. Good to see you, Todd. Ken, good to see you. Good morning. Deb, fine. All right, good. Lawrence, Lita, everybody, and all the new trial members and all the cyber group members. How you doing? Great to see you, Lita. Good to see you, Sonny. Good to see you, Cliff. Happy Friday to everyone. We got 3 more days to the end of the no more than that, right? We got today for Wednesday. We got 4 more trading days before the end of the month. Long month, 31 days in this trading period. So anyway, lots of snow in Edmonton. I like Edmonton. I was there, Ken. I think I told you this a while ago. I was there. I trained a guy from Red Deer. So I went to Edmonton for the first time. I had to go there and see the Mall of America, whatever they call it, Mall of Universe, whatever you have up there. But what a beautiful area. I don't know what was in Red Deer other than I heard that I'm driving driving there and I hear on the radio that you guys keep talking about be careful. There's a moose in the parking lot of Target. It's unbelievable. The West Edmonton Mall. Yep. Man, let me tell you, I saw some of those mooses. I can't believe how big they are. Holy cow. Things are humongous. You don't realize how big it is until you actually see one. But anyway, guys, this morning was quite fun. One of the big things I always like to mention to you is, what did I say this morning? Early bird gets a worm. And you know what? We had that happen to us yesterday. We're going to talk about some of the stocks that we traded that did really, really well. And it happens every morning. Listen, I'm here at 8 a.m. Sometimes I'm here at 7:30 in the morning because I'm sitting there looking what's breaking news, and as in what's happening. And I'm just going to bring up the one stock that we all traded. I came in this morning, the LMFA. This was pretty easy. You could see how it started making its big move. It started around 8 o'clock, and then right around that 8:30, it started making its pop from 230, ran all the way to 270. It started breaking down, started breaking lower lows, and I got out of it. You guys saw it in the chat room, in the pre-market. I know some of you did pretty well. I know Kent All traded it. A couple of you guys jumped into it. But look, once again, early bird gets a worm. You know what I mean? You got to be in here early. And you know what? This is not like something... Listen, I know we do the meetings at 9 o'clock, right? And I know everyone's out there and want to start getting into it. And so, I got to make the 9 o'clock meeting. Listen, you can log in early. Because you know what? You can get that early move in the morning, and believe me, it's so much easier to make that money. Like for example, let's bring up, what was the big winner yesterday, which all of us could have quit right then and there. NWL. Look at that pre-market trading. I said this yesterday. That had to have been one of the easiest trades that I have seen in a long, long, long time. And not only was it easy, but look how much money you made on that trade. That was this easy short. You saw it in pre-market. You could have chased it to the last minute. And I said it right in the last minute. Well, you know what? I said, this is the best trade right here, right? Listen, and sometimes I say, I shock myself. How that thing, even if you short at 29 and you end up shorting at 28, thing dropped all the way to 25. I mean, come on. You can't make this stuff up. And you know what? I know we have a lot of trial members here. They keep telling me, you know what? Us traders... We're not here to make $3, okay? We're just happy if you make 50 cents. What happens, you make your own luck, okay? The ultimate trader's goal is really to make a dollar a day. That's what we train you to do. $1 down 1,000 shares, is $1,000. There's your $250,000 a year. But sometimes you hit a home run like this, and you know what? You don't win every day. So those extra $2-3 that you make are going to make up for some losers, because we do lose. If what's so funny? If anyone goes out there and thinks that you don't lose trading, you're out of your mind. You lose in trading, and losing is good. And some traders will tell you. I had traders says, "Oh yeah, so our traders will tell you, listen, yeah, my biggest loss might only be, I had some big losses. We know the biggest. But, my average loss is probably maybe 20, 30 cents. He goes, but my average winners are a lot higher, $1, $2, You're going to lose. That's what trading's all about. But anyway, that was a great move yesterday. A couple other ones I want to talk about. Also, the TAL. I just want to bang these out pretty quickly to tell you, some of you that missed out. TAL was another great mover, 31 to 33 yesterday, right? The open. CFL was also a great short on the downtrend. That one did well. And the one that really did phenomenal was the Mankind. The Mankind, I mean, that just, I don't know where that came from. That thing was just gorgeous. Had a great Fausto flag right here. You know, unfortunately, we had to trade in the middle of the day, which I'm not a fan of. But if you could see this trade right there, we did great, had great iceberg orders, and that was awesome. Now, before we start going around, go through our stock picks and see what's moving and what we're trading and everything, I just want to make this clear for all of you because you know, I've been doing this for 25 years, and I don't like to, you know, I don't like people counting my money, and for several reasons. There are people, you know, in this industry love to brag how much money they make. Oh, I'm up 3,000, I'm up 10,000. And you know, once in a while I might just say it just because maybe it was a good trade, you know what I mean? But I'm not the type of guy that likes to say, you know, I'm up this much, I'm that much. You know why? Because I feel that's very ignorant, you know, in my part. Now, you guys, that's great because a lot of us need to go out there and let everybody know that people do make money this. But for me, you know, it's not about me. And I always tell you that. Don't count my money. Look at everyone else's money and see how well they did. And how did they make money doing is because we trained them how to do it. All right. And that's basically, you know, because that's the focus you have to focus on, ladies and gentlemen. Don't listen. I know I'm a great trader. I told you that. I'm not, and I like to brag about it. I beat every single school in the world I competed against. That does not make you money. Okay, me going out there and telling you I bought several thousand shares of LMFA this morning does not make you money. Did you get to trade? Did you buy the? My job is to tell you what's moving. You got to hit the button. At the end of the day, you got to hit the button. And if it's on 1,000 shares, it could be just one share. That's what you have to look at. And that's what you have to look at. And that's the tip of the day, guys. Go out there and, like I said, if you feel like you didn't get a trade, you missed it, just buy one share. Listen, if you can't buy one share, you'll never buy 1,000 shares. Always remember that. Now, what does this all come to? I think I'm going to start a new course on it, and I think it's going to be a new thing. Not only I'm going to go around. I think it's actually trending on Twitter a lot. But the word crumbs, I like what Nancy Pelosi said. You know, about the crumbs. I'm going to use that because you know what? A lot of people in trading don't realize that we do trade for crumbs. I always tell everyone we're actually the ants on the floor. We're just trying to get the crumbs on the floor. And you know, I said that a long time ago because most traders are trying to hit big. They're trying to make a lot of money, right? They're trading, you know, like yesterday. I did a presentation, and you know, people says, "Oh, these are fake orders. How do you know the spoofing? This and that." You know what? At the end of the day, guys. You know, these guys are moving millions of shares. We just want crumbs. That's it. You know what crumbs are? Crumbs are making 200, 500. If you can make $500 a day, that's 50 cents. That people think that's crumbs, 50 cents. Or really, do the end of the math. That's a six-figure salary. Where are you going to work part-time from home with no expenses, with, you know, other than having your internet and being a student, CTU, but all that stuff. I mean, where are you going to get? You're not going to get anywhere. So you know what? For now on, we're going to trade for crumbs. All right? Does that sound fair, everybody? Everybody down with me? Let's trade. We're the ants, and we're trading, and we just want the crumbs on the floor. That's it. We're not here to hit home runs and brag and boom, boom, boom. You know? Wayne says it works for me. I'm in it for crumbs, Todd said. But we still can't get there. well, that's the. We'll get there. You got to just be patient. All right, so let's go around and see let's go shop the market, and then let's look for a couple of crumbs out here. All right, first of all, we did pretty well on the LMFA already. You know what happened? I saw the stock breaking down major resistance levels. I got out at 260. You could see right around there where it started breaking down, and I still like it. I want to keep an eye on it. Listen, just because I'm in it doesn't mean I won't trade it back. You know, the stock's got to push. You know, we'll see how she trades going into the open. A lot of you could see it. The stock did make big moves at one point right here. Stock went to $6. Doesn't mean can't do it again in one day. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it. You know, typical shakes that happening in the morning. Now, there wasn't, I'll be honest with you, there really wasn't that much this morning. Listen, it's Friday, okay? This is what happens on Friday. You don't really get a lot that's going on out there. but there are a couple of things that are making some big moves. I don't know what this is all about. I'm not seeing any pre-market trading, but Jake, Jakk, I don't know what that's all about. But it shows that's up 11%. A million shares already traded. That looks pretty interesting. Is that from just not getting any data on that one, which is weird. The other one that I found this morning also is the CARP. I didn't really see it moving that much. Spelled it wrong, sorry. CAPR. I really didn't see it in pre-market that much action. But it's up 8%, 14 cents, 58,000 shares. I don't know. We'll see. It's got a lot of pre-market. CAPR. You know, this stock, the reason why I'm also bringing it up, because you remember we traded the stock back in October. It went from $1 to $4. It was a great swing trade. It was a great day trade. So, and I remember I look back on my journals, and you know, you can see it's got good iceberg orders out there. You see it on the matrix and stuff like that. So listen, you know what? What is what it is. All right, the other big name that's we're hearing a lot about this morning is Intel. Intel, I guess, came out with good earnings last night, got a good push into it. It's breaking higher highs already. Guys, listen, this is not a level 1 stock, okay? Don't consider it. You got to be in the 3 or 4 category to trade Intel. This thing, if you don't know, and remember, we talked about it yesterday about the shakes. We covered it on, you know, we do it in the phase 3 lesson where we teach you how to handle and control the shake. This stock obviously has a lot of them, so be very careful with the shakes regarding with Intel. All right, we know got in trouble on Intel with they had that big blunder with that whatever they were doing. Somebody hacked their chip or something like that. Pretty crazy. LTBR. I'm bringing this up because it was a great, it gapped up so big yesterday, and it was a great short, but unfortunately probably couldn't get the short off. But look how it's breaking lower lows again. It's going right back to where it started. You know, once again, whatever makes the big gainers always shows up in the big losers. Now, just to kind of remind everybody, you know, sometimes a lot of you guys miss these big gainers, right? You're like, oh, I missed that one. Guys, you ever thought about shorting it? You know, and if you're nervous, short one share of it, you know, so you can see what it's all about. So don't be afraid. Bed Bath & Beyond took a big hit today. I'm really not really interested in looking at that one. There's a stock that we traded a while ago, MYO. I saw that pop up on my radar. It's up 9%, you know, 100,000 shares. I didn't see that crazy of pre-market trading going on, but I do remember when we traded it back in January last year. This is what really took us off to the next level. This stock went from 750 to 22, and it did it back in November too. The stock went from 250 up to 10. So we know what NYO could do. And you guys, I always tell you this. You are going to be trading the stock again. You trade something that's got great volatility, 200, 300, 400%, like we traded one day. You better write good notes on it, because you will be trading that stock again. And you need to go back and review what we taught you in class, how to take good notes on the stock so you know how to trade it, and if should you trade it or you shouldn't trade it. Okay? So very, very important. Your journals are so critical, you know, and I know it's always like a pain in the butt. You're like, I don't know if I want to do my journals, Fausto. You just want to go back and relax. You got to do your journals. Actually, when you're a student of Cybertrain University and we do the coachings with you, you know for a fact we will not do a coaching with anybody here unless we look at your journals. And you know how many times people are like, wow, Fausto, you're right. I got to go back and fix them. That's right. You have to, because how are you going to learn from your mistakes, which are good things, by the way? It's good to have good losses, good mistakes. But if you don't know why you did them, how are you going to prevent them again? All right. So anyway, I'm pretty much done. I don't see anything else out there that's worth watching. I pretty much has it done all. Anything I'm missing, guys, that I did not call out? Mark says, well, listen, the FCAU, I told you, I'm in it for long. I'm holding it for a while. By the way, big news is going to be coming out. I don't know if they came out yet, but the GDP numbers are coming out. If we have 3% growth, you know, that's going to be phenomenal. And I'm telling you, I really, really think we're at 4% growth. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard on TV, but President Trump was just talking at one of the biggest business Davos, the biggest meeting for all business leaders. And you hear people billions and billions of dollars. And you know what? Got to remember, a lot of these companies, guys, are U.S. companies, right? and they left, if he's selling them to come back to America on the tax code, what do you think's going to happen to these companies? The reason why they're leaving, because they know they're going to make more money. By the way, I think they just announced Home Depot just gave bonuses to all their employees too, from 500 to 2,000, depending on how long you're there. But a lot of them are going to start investing. So keep an eye on these stocks, and believe me, we're going to be all over them when we see them, because we're here to make money. All right. Once again, don't let your political beliefs. If you hate them or you love them, at the end of the day, the agenda's working. Let's trade the market and make money together. That's all that matters. Yeah, the GE. Let me just tell you about the GE. I watched the GE got crushed, right? We made a lot of money. We bought it back. Major support levels are at $16. There's a support level right here, which is testing. If it breaks this, it goes 16. If it breaks 16, bye-bye. It's over. Okay, game over. All right. But remember, I trade. You know what? I traded GE a few times, and they got suckered in a couple of times. I got chicken out. But you know what? I made money on it. I bought it back. It made me ring up a lot of tickets, I'll be honest with you. And it kind of like, I don't know, I felt dollar for dollar, I made more money trading something else than GE, I mean, I don't know. I don't want my personal feelings get into effect with GE because I feel so bad. It was amazing. Everyone's doing phenomenal, but GE. Apple's doing great. Nvidia's doing great. Amazon. This is like the godfather of the blue chip stocks next to IBM, and it's doing terrible, All right, a couple of things I just want to look up before we leave. I know I'm talking a little bit too long. We got 10 minutes for the open. But the PACNB, from Lynette, coming out there. Lynette, the stock's not doing anything. 1,000 shares. I don't know what we're looking at. This thing is actually garbage. I'm sorry, but it really is. Really nothing happening there. And also the CANF, there's nothing going on with this one. Really quiet. Nothing going on. You got to remember, what you always learn at Cybertrain University, you got to know the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. And this one's taking a big hit. I mean, it's coming down a little bit more. I would keep an eye on the, Cyber, obviously looking to look for support levels. But you listen, whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. So if you like to short, this might be pretty good also. All right, Lynette. All right, guys, listen, good luck today. Happy trading. Let's make some money. If I don't see you this afternoon at 2:30, I will be seeing everybody on Monday. Enjoy your great weekend. And once again, send me the photos of all the beautiful gifts that you bought. Remember, the money doesn't do anything in the bank. Go out there. When you make it, go spend it. That's what it's all about. Because this is what you work hard for. All right, guys? Happy trading, ladies and gentlemen.